The Middle Ages, a time of knights, castles, and tales of epic quests. But beneath the legends there lie stories that have resisted time, riddles that even the wisest of scholars have yet to unravel. From eerie green children emerging from unknown lands, to relics that promise eternal life, yet remain hidden from human grasp. Today, we delve deep into the annals of history, unearthing the top 5 unsolved mysteries of the Middle Ages. In June 1374, in Aachen, a renowned German city historically linked to royalty, its inhabitants emerged from their homes in large numbers, behaving erratically with movements reminiscent of frenzied dancing. This incident was but one of instances of what medieval Europe termed as the dancing plague, or choreomania. In 1518, Strasbourg witnessed another notable occurrence of this strange phenomenon. The episode began with a local woman, Frau Trophea, and soon it's said that around 400 townspeople exhibited similar symptoms. Medieval religious leaders attributed this bizarre behaviour to either demonic possession or a curse. Meanwhile, in Italy, it was assumed that spiders induced these symptoms, naming the condition tarantism. They believed it was spider venom that caused the erratic behaviour. Contemporary theories suggest that outbreaks might have resulted from psychological stress linked to prevalent famine and illnesses during those periods. Another hypothesis is ergot contamination in rye, leading to hallucinations, uncontrolled movements, and delusional states. Professor of psychiatry Graham Yourcenar recently hypothesized that it was all down to hysteria, claiming that mass psychogenic disorder was to blame. Yet the exact reason behind the dancing plague continues to elude understanding to this day. In the 12th century, historian William of Newburgh recounted a peculiar episode from King Stephen of England's turbulent reign, which seems only plausible because it was backed by many trustworthy observers. The tale describes how a boy and a girl appeared from 2 ground openings near Woolpit village in Suffolk. They looked dishevelled and confused. Harvest workers discovered them and brought them to the village. The children's speech was unintelligible to the villagers, their garments were oddly coloured and unfamiliar. They only consumed green beans, and their skin bore an unusual green tint. Early in the 13th century, another chronicler, Ralph of Coggeshall, detailed that while the boy fell sick and passed away, the girl's green complexion faded and she regained her health. Eventually the girl mastered English. As a married woman residing in King's Lynn, she often shared stories of her enigmatic past. She spoke of hailing from a place where everyone had green skin and the sun cast a dim, greenish glow. According to her, they had accidentally ventured into a cave and found themselves in our world, blinded momentarily by the sun's brilliance. Who exactly were these intriguing children? Could they have been misplaced children with a unique skin ailment? Or might they have actually journeyed from a concealed subterranean domain? The truth remains elusive. Thomas More and William Shakespeare played significant roles in shaping the widely accepted portrayal of King Richard III as a deformed usurper, infamous for supposedly orchestrating the murder of his 2 young nephews, the yet-to-be-crowned Edward V and his sibling Richard, in the Tower of London in 1483. Even after half a millennium, many historians lean towards Richard III being responsible. However, the definitive truth remains elusive. Alternative theories suggest others, like Henry Stafford or Margaret Beaufort, may have had reasons to eliminate the princes. It's also possible that the boys met their fate in the tower much later under different circumstances, or perhaps they were discreetly released. Within the same century, 2 young men, Lambert Simnel in 1487 and Perkin Warbeck in the 1490s, made dubious claims of being the genuine young Richard. In 1674, workers in the Tower of London stumbled upon the skeletal remains of 2 children. Given a deathbed confession from an alleged culprit stating that the princes were interred there, many presumed these to be the bones of the missing boys. Yet this confession also mentioned the remains being relocated later. A 1933 examination of these bones stirred interest, but failed to provide conclusive evidence. Within the Turin Cathedral lies a sizable cloth measuring 13.5 feet by 4.25 feet, which displays a negative image of a bearded man showing evidence of crucifixion. Many have held for centuries that this cloth is the burial shroud of Jesus, and the imprinted man is Jesus himself. Legend holds that after Jesus' crucifixion, his shroud remained concealed for 3 centuries before being transported to Constantinople. By the 13th century, it had travelled to France and eventually settled in Turin in 1578. The Holy Shroud has drawn countless pilgrims to Turin over the years, though its authenticity is still debated. In 1988, carbon dating on fragments of the shroud suggested its creation took place between 1260 and 1390, but even these results are contested by some. Further complicating matters, the cloth exhibits blood traces, coins over the eyes that are believed to be from Jesus' era, and pollen remnants linked to 1st century Palestine. While skeptics remain, a vast number still uphold their faith in the Turin Shroud's genuineness. The Holy Grail is traditionally believed to be the chalice used by Jesus Christ during the Last Supper and later by Joseph of Arimathea to gather Christ's blood following the crucifixion. The Holy Grail has captivated imaginations from age-old myths to modern cinema, standing as a symbol of mystery for ages. Its allure has led countless individuals on quests to uncover this cherished Christian artifact. But what makes the Holy Grail so captivating? The Grail's narrative intertwines with myriad myths and legends, posing challenges for researchers to discern fact from fable. The term Grail likely originates from the Latin gradale, denoting a deep serving dish used in medieval feasts. Over time, the Grail has been portrayed as various objects: a dish, a chalice, a platter, a goblet, and even a stone. Various literary depictions credit the Grail with miraculous curative properties. Historians speculate that the Holy Grail's origins intertwine with pre-Christian Celtic myth and Christian traditions. The Grail's tale entered the literary realm in Chrétien de Troyes' old French narrative, The Story of the Grail, around 1180. Around 1200, Robert de Boron's poem Joseph d'Arimathie accentuated its Christian context, tracing its root to the Last Supper and Christ's crucifixion. Medieval literature embraced the Holy Grail theme, leading to its widespread popularity across Europe. Some Arthurian stories purport that Joseph of Arimathea brought the Grail to Glastonbury, England. Legend suggests that the waters there run red, believed to be tinted by Christ's blood, though science attributes the hue to iron oxide in the soil. Some theories posit that the Knights Templar, protectors of pilgrims bound for the Holy Land, confiscated the Grail from the Temple Mount during the Crusades, safeguarding it secretly. In Arthurian lore, the legendary King Arthur is said to have organised spiritual quests for this elusive relic. The Grail is believed to hold the power to cure ailments, bestow eternal youth, and provide boundless joy. In a renowned Arthurian tale, the Fisher King, crippled by a grievous wound, awaited the Grail's healing powers, spending his days fishing near his castle. Since these tales first became widespread, adventurers, academics, and archaeologists have embarked on ambitious journeys to locate the Holy Grail. Whether it's a tangible artifact or mere myth, the Grail's enigma continues to enthrall many today. The Middle Ages, with its tapestry of tales, has left us with enigmas that continue to baffle and intrigue. We've journeyed through its labyrinthine mysteries, but the truths remain shrouded in shadows. Will we ever decipher these age-old riddles, or are they destined to remain whispered legends echoing through the halls of time? Thank you for venturing into the past with us. As always, the answers are out there, waiting to be discovered. Until our next historical quest, keep searching and keep wandering. Thanks for watching.